Hey everybody, Stephanie here. Today I'm going to do this pretty Easter card because Easter's coming up soon. So I just wanted to show you guys what you could do with the basket bunch stamp set and the thinlits. These were cut out by my Big Shot, and it is a bundle with the thinlits and the stamp set. So let's just get right into it, shall we? So for the stamp set, I'm using the basket bunch, and I used the thinlit basket bunch, and I cut these out. I got little bunnies, little eggs, pretty cool cutout egg, and I got a carrot, and I got some grass, my basket handle, and the bottom of my basket, okay? Now the white that I'm using is Whisper White. This is a subtle green, I believe, and this is a white, or no, this is a light purple subtle, okay? And then the cardstock is the same as the A, light purple subtle. The dimensions are 6 by what? Hold on, sorry guys. Okay, so 6 by 5 2/3. Okay, guys, 6 by 5 2/3. And then my Whisper White that we're gonna be placing on top, just like that, is 5.5 by 3. Okay, 5.5 by 3. All right, and we're just gonna put it right on the front of the purple card like that, so it's standing like that, kind of pretty cool, right? So you flip it open and then there you go, right? So let's see what else. Oh, and we're gonna be coloring the bunny, the carrot, and these two little bunnies, and I'm gonna be using my watercolor pencils for that. And then I'm gonna be doing the outline stamp like how I did with the bunny and the carrot for these two bunnies and my bow. And then I'm gonna also be doing it for my basket. So I'm using my basic black stamp pad, and then I'm gonna be using my Peekaboo Peach stamp pad. And I will also be using my Sweet Sugar Plum stamp pad and my Wisteria Wonder stamp pad. Okay, guys? And as usual, I got my multi-liquid glue, my fine tip glue pen, and my size D block stamp block. Okay? So let's get into making some fun now. I'm not doing anything with this grass yet, so I'm just gonna put those to the side. So right now I'm pretty much going to just do the outlining like I did with the bunny here and the carrot. So I'm gonna get my basket bunch stamp, and I'm getting my bow stamp, and my basic black stamp pad. Just move everything out of the way, and then just come right about in the middle as best as you can. Don't worry if it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be. Nothing that I do in my cards are perfect. 3, 2, 1, up. And you can see it's gonna stick. Most of these will stick. Well, the little ones will stick, which is okay. And then, ta-da, got a pretty stamp. Get my little wipe this off. Now, I always say this, everybody. If you don't like my colors, make the card your own, okay? And there's nowhere where it says you have to follow what I'm doing, okay? So I got this cute little bunny, you know, that marshmallow shaped bunny that they sell for Easter that have like look like the chicks too. Yeah, we're gonna be using that stamp, and then we're gonna come and stamp him up. And then come as best as you can in the middle. Remember, it does not have to be perfect. 3, 2, 1, up. And he does stick too. Okay. And then just peel it off. So like that. Nice and easy, right? Okay, let's do it again. 3, 2, 1, up. Push down and then peel it off. All right. Now we're almost done. We have to do our basket now. Just cleaning my bunny off. So now I'm gonna come and get my basket stamp. Okay, get my basket cut out. And then come as best as you can in the middle. I don't think mine is that much in the middle. Push down hard because we want to get it all on. Okay, and it is sticking, so push down again before you peel it off, okay? And now just slowly peel it, just like that. How pretty. Cleaning this off, and then I'm gonna come and get my the handle for the basket right here. My stamp window. Okay. All right. And this is gonna be the last one. Well, the last black one that we're gonna be stamping. Come as best as you can in the middle and stamp. It's okay if it's off, because mine is kind of off right here, which is okay. Nothing has to be perfect. And then there we go. All right, now for my little eggs, I got 4 little eggs that I'm gonna do different colors. All right, I'm gonna put my black away, and I'm gonna get my wisteria, or sorry, sweet sugar plum, guys. Not wisteria wonder, sweet sugar plum. And then I'm gonna get this long eggs, really cute, pretty designs. And I'm just gonna come over here and let's see, decide which egg I want. Let's go with the first egg. And then kind of just do it the same. Push down, 3, 2, 1, push down, peel it off like that, right? Wipe that clean. Now I'm gonna get my Peekaboo Peach. Peekaboo Peach. And probably gonna go with the second one in. Don't worry if you're getting the other one, because what we're gonna do is just wipe that up, right? Wipe him up, just like that. And then kind of turn the egg so it's kind of facing the same way. Get it as centered as you can and push down. 3, 2, 1, lift up, push down, and peel it. Just like that. Now, I know you guys, this is not looking like the same color as my original card here. But you know what, that's okay, because it's homemade, right? So nothing is really gonna look the same. Okay, so I'm getting my Wisteria Wonder now. And since we did these two, I'm probably gonna do this one with the Wisteria Wonder. So the third one in. And again, don't worry about the other two, because we're just gonna wipe it off, right? Okay, and then we're gonna get an egg, another small egg, and position him the same way. Stamp down. 3, 2, 1, lift up, push, and then peel. just like that. Okay, now I got one more egg, and I think I'm going to use a Flirty Flamingo. I'm sorry, everyone, that I left this one out, but I wasn't sure. So I'm using my Flirty Flamingo stamp pad for my last egg. And my last egg, I'm gonna do the heart, the egg heart. Okay, so just inked it up pretty good. And as close as you can to the middle of the egg. Push down hard, 3, 2, 1, up. And it's sticking, so we're gonna push down a bit, and then we're gonna peel it off. Just like that. And now we're done with the stamp. So put this back. Okay. And then put my ink pad up because we're done with it. And now we are going to use the watercolor pencils. Now I'm gonna get my basket brown. So first I'm gonna be using my Early Espresso because that's the most brown that I have. Early Espresso right here. And I'm just gonna color kind of dark right into this. In the lines, color in the lines. As dark or as light as you want, but I'm gonna have mine light. But if you want, I mean dark, I'm gonna have mine dark, but if you want yours light, you can. Gosh, can't talk today, guys. All right. And this Easter card could be for anybody, a friend, for a kid, for could be for your nephew, your niece. It's a really cute card for Easter. I'm coloring the top and the bottom. Okay, and then this, I'm not even gonna worry about all that. I'm just gonna color it all light brown. Just like that. Not even pushing hard, pushing very lightly as I'm coloring this in. And I'm going all the way from the bottom all the way to the top. Just going very lightly like that. Just like that. All right. Now we're done with that. Now I think I'm gonna do my bunny. So what I'm gonna do with my bunny is I'm gonna get my Melon Mambo. It's like a really light pink. And I'm gonna come up in his ears. And I'm gonna just do a light pink in his ears. Okay. And maybe on his nose. Get a little pink on his nose. All right. Now for his bow tie, I'm going to get, well, in this card that I already did, I used the real red, but it looks more like an orange. So I'm gonna try the Rich Razzleberry. And hopefully this will be more red than the other one did. And I'm coloring it, pushing kind of hard, because I kind of wanted a dark color. Okay, but there we go. It's got a little dark purple tie. Ta-da! All right, and now I'm going to color the carrot, and I'm gonna color the carrot the pumpkin pie. So it's like an orange, right? So I'm gonna push down really hard on the carrot lines so it's darker than what I'm gonna be coloring it. Push down really hard. Okay, just like that. And then I'm gonna come in and I'm just gonna color it really light. Just like that. Okay, now we're done with the carrot. And we are just busting these out. Okay, now I'm gonna do my bunnies. I'm gonna do one bunny, probably this Bermuda Bay, and then I think I'm gonna do another one, the daffodil, sorry, I can't even read, I'm sorry guys, Daffodil Delight, which is a yellow, and then I'm gonna do a Bermuda Bay, which is like a light sky blue. So first I'm gonna do that dark Bermuda Bay, and I'm gonna come right in here on these dots, and I'm gonna press kind of hard, following the shape of the dots, okay? Just all around, wherever there's the dots, I'm gonna follow the shape, okay? Just like that. Okay. Now we're just gonna color him light. Very lightly. Alright, just like that. And we're done. Now we're gonna get to the Daffodil Delight, yellow, and we're gonna do the same thing. So on all these dots, we are just going to go dark, follow the dots really dark, and you can color these any which color you want. I did this one obviously with the rich raspberry, and now I'm doing him yellow. So you can definitely mix and match them any color you want, right? I don't know, I just felt like doing a yellow right now for this little marshmallow bunny. Okay, just like that. Now we're gonna come in and just color him yellow. Very light. Just like that. Okay. Now we're done. And the last thing I'm gonna do is color my bow. And I think I'm gonna color it the Melon Mambo, the pink. So I'm just gonna kind of color it light. I'm not pressing really hard, but I'm not pressing really light. All right? Just like that. Come down in here. How pretty. And who doesn't like a pink bow, right? It's so pretty. If you're doing this for a boy, you could definitely color this blue, have a blue bow, or you could just leave it white, or you could just give him a pink bow if you want. All right. There we go. So now we're done with the watercolor pencils. And we're done with the stamp pads and the stamp set. Now we're gonna start gluing everything. So the grass, bring over my Whisper White, the grass. Now I know we gotta cut it down a lot. Let's try to find out where I could have it. I wonder if, that might be too far off, huh? If we cut it down a bit, excuse me guys, I'm gonna do a little cutting, just a little bit. Okay. Maybe cut them down a little bit more. Now I'm just trimming the bottom of the grass down a bit. Trim it down a little bit more. Kind of close to the opening of the bottom of the holes. There we go. So you see the bottom of the holes right here? Kind of cut it pretty close to them, but not that far. So it's just like that, okay? I actually like that. So I'm gonna do that with my other grass. Cut it close to the bottom holes that you see. And then try to make it even as well. So just like that, okay? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of overlap them. And don't worry if they spring up. So what I'm gonna do is try to keep it to the bottom of the white and just kind of overlap them a bit. And don't worry about that red. I'm sorry guys, I got red on my grass. But see, we're gonna cover it up just like that. And then my basket's gonna be coming off, which is completely okay by me. I kind of like things overlapping and coming off. If you don't like that, then you can definitely make your white a little bit more bigger. And then if you do that, make sure your card is a little bit bigger than the white, okay? So I actually like this look. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue them down. So I got my fine tip glue pen. And I'm just gonna glue right down on the bottom right here, okay? Remember, a little does go a long way. And just kind of pushing up into the big gaps. Not too much, right? And just push down. Make it as even as you can with the white, but we don't want any white really showing. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the same on the other grass. Okay, push up. No need to push any glue out. Like I said, there's a lot here, so a little does go a long way. Okay, just like that. And then, like I said, we're gonna kind of overlap them. Not on the bottom though, so keep the bottom even, but lift up the last grass leaf right there. Okay, perfect, right? Okay, now let's see where we want. Kind of want to cover up the seam because we don't want that to show. So come down at the bottom. See where we want it. Think about right there in the middle is where I would like. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue the handle of the basket to the back of the basket. And remember, a little glue goes a long way. Get it as even as you can and where you want it. Okay. So now we got that done. Okay. Now we're gonna glue the bunny, the carrot, and another bunny, the marshmallow bunny, inside the basket. So how we're gonna do that is we're gonna kind of figure out where we want the bunny guy to go. And I kind of want him sticking out, but not all the way. So probably have him right here at the corner. And then have his carrot in his hand. Do we want the carrot sticking out or in? I think we'll have the carrot sticking in the basket. So come behind here and then like that. And then decide where this bunny is gonna go. Off in the corner, or we're gonna have him positioned sideways, straight. Okay. So now that we know what we wanna do, okay, make sure we glue his legs. Okay. I'm gluing his legs where I want him to go. Just like that. Position him kind of popping out of the basket, okay? Push down. Okay. Now his carrot. I want him kind of holding his carrot, so I have his carrot sticking out. Sticking out like that, maybe? Okay, let's see this again. So I'm gonna have to glue in the back of the carrot. All right, a little glue. Right there, probably. Good. Don't want to cover his eye. There we go. So like that, right? Now for Marshmallow Bunny Dude. Kind of think and decide. I actually kind of like him right there. So I'm going to turn the basket over again. Get his belly, feet, belly area. Little glue. And then let's flip him over. Like that. Kind of tilt him to the side a bit. Just like that. Kind of push down. Oh no, he's not staying. Okay, come on. There we go. All right. Just like that, right? Push down so he sticks. Okay. Basket of bunnies is done. Okay. So we want it right in the middle, right? So I'm done with my fine tip glue pen for now. I'm gonna get my multi-liquid glue and I'm getting the pen side. I'm gonna come down here and I'm just gonna glue. Just glue that down. And come right in the middle. Get it all lined up and push down. Okay. Yay! Look how pretty is that? So gorgeous. All right, now we're gonna decide where we want these little and eggs, little big eggs, because I got one big egg. So before I get into all that, I'm gonna glue this piece onto my purple egg, okay? So I'm getting my fine tip glue pen again. And woo, that's a lot. We're just gonna push this glue around because we got a lot of glue. Push it all the way around the egg, up and down, and all around. Okay. All right. Ooh. Now we're gonna come and just position it as best as we can, as evenly as we can onto the purple egg. All right, there we go. Okay, now we're done with that. Put our pen back, our glue pen back. Okay. Now, just decide where we want them to go. How we want them. Do we want them showing? Do we want them coming off a bit? Are we gonna have them grouped together with another one or what? Have our bunny bee over here, right? Looks pretty cool. So maybe like that. Yeah, that looks pretty cute. So I got my multi-liquid glue again. Now I'm just gonna start gluing. And we don't need a lot of glue. But with the multi-liquid glue, we do wanna work a bit fast because this stuff does dry quickly. Okay. Kind of just, as you go, position them which way you want them to be. And ooh, I got a lot of glue. I think I got a little too much glue. I'm gonna come and get this guy. Share some glue. That was a lot of glue that I got. All right, gonna move him in whichever way you want. Okay. Just spread this glue about. There we go. What do I want? Him facing this way. Okay. My little egg with a lot of glue. Move that around. Get a little bit more glue. And then I'm gonna kind of overlap the eggs. Like that. Push down. So far we're doing good, right? Now, if you don't like the eggs or the basket where it's at, you can definitely switch it up. You know, like I keep saying, make the card your own. If you don't like where my stuff's all at, then on your card, you can make it whichever way you want. Okay, put this egg right here. And then my last little egg. Maybe like right there. Okay, perfect. Okay. Now the white of the card is pretty much almost done. I do want to add my little bow, but I'm not going to do that right now. Right now, though, I am going to add the white to my purple. Somewhere in the middle, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the broad tip end of the glue, clean that off, and just squeeze a little bit. Just smear this around, no more squeezing, just smearing it, and work fast because this side likes to dry quickly. And find the right spot where you think you'd want it to go as evenly as you can. And then just push down. Just like that. Right? Perfect. How cute is that? Oh, this card is so cute. Okay, but we're not done yet. I got my basket bunch stamp, and then I'm gonna use May All Your Chocolate Be Solid stamp. So I'm gonna try to stamp it like right over here in the corner or over here. We'll see where it can go. So I got my size D basic black stamp pad. And you know, you could always use a different color. You don't have to use the black for your words. Right here, here. I like it over here, so I'm gonna do it right about there. Somewhere in the middle between the top of the Whisper White and the bottom of the grass. Push down hard, make sure everything gets on the card. 3, 2, 1, up. Oh! And have a juggling act too. Just like that. Okay, I'm gonna wipe my stamp. And then the last thing we're gonna do is add our beautiful pink bow and we'll be done. That's a pretty fast card. Let me close this and then I'm gonna get my fine tip glue pen. Turn this over and come right in the middle. Just like I said, a little always goes a long way. I only did it in the middle. There we go. You can definitely position it wherever you want. I think I'm gonna have it right there. There we go. And your pretty Easter card is all done. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a wonderful Easter. See you next time.